episode, we are going to be talking about how to become awesome at life.
Us as humans have been given specific traits, characteristics, and talents, not for our own benefit, but for the benefit of everyone else.
Even me?
Even you.
Even you! So grab your cup of coffee and join us for this conversation because we're going to be sharing with you 3 simple things you can do today to start becoming more
awesome.
Coffee with MoJo in the morning.
You're here, and I'm so happy and grateful you are. This is Coffee with MoJo. I am your host, your fabulous host, Molly and Luna.
And I am Jovan Luna.
Jovan and I have been married for nearly a decade, and therefore we are entitled to a celebrity name, MoJo. And so, if you can't laugh at yourself, then what's the point? Anyway, you're here, and this is the show where we talk about life-elevating content that's going to help you master your mind so you can go forth and live your legacy. But before we dive into those 3 simple bullet points that are going to help you create an awesome life,
I'm going to need you to hit that subscribe button, click, and then I'm going to need you to take a look at that like button and click that. And last but not least, you're going to need to hit that bell.
Ding! Yeah, we want to be able to let you know every time we produce a new episode. You'll get a notification straight to your phone. So, you ready to dive in?
Let's dive on in.
All right. Bullet point number 1 on how to become more awesome at life, or just awesome.
Just awesome at life. How to become awesome at life?
Is to follow your curiosity.
Curiouser
and curiouser.
I know that movie.
Name that movie.
I know that movie.
Type it in the comments below. You absolutely just need to give yourself permission to follow your curiosity and let yourself explore and go down the white rabbit hole, so to speak.
And see the difference between following your curiosity and, finding something that you love or something you're passionate
about. Finding the passion.
Like, there's so much pressure on, what are you passionate about? What do you like? What do you love? And you just, and it feels like you find something you love and you have to just always stick with that thing you love.
And you're like, but I decided this is who I'm going to be and what I'm going to do. And then when you decide, I don't really love it anymore, it just becomes so overwhelmingly stressful, right?
But if you find something you're curious about, then you just kind of dabble at it a little bit, dabble at it a little bit, and a little bit more.
And I gotta tell you, as an A-type personality who very much I'm very pedantic, and I very much like to just drive my straight line from point A to point B, this can be a challenge for me. But I've noticed in my own life, when I give myself permission to follow my curiosity, really incredible things happen. Like, for example, my curiosity had become, after attending a Warriors game, where quadriplegic, paraplegic, traumatic brain injury individuals were competing at a track and field meet and a basketball game. And I was like, that is so interesting. I love sports. I want to see what I can do to maybe help these people, because their perseverance was so inspiring despite their disabilities, that they were still able to go and have a great time and perform very well at 2 sports that I loved. I was in track and field and I played basketball growing up. So I followed my curiosity, which led to starting a business, which eventually led into convincing Jovan to let go of his 20-year military career and commitment and come out to Los Angeles and to build a really successful fitness company with me.
Curiosity is a great thing. I mean, just look at the movie we just mentioned, Alice in Wonderland. Just her going down that little rabbit hole led to a whole new world. And I think that's a great metaphor for, just following after something that just makes you curious can lead you into a place you never thought was possible or you never even imagined. So yes, follow your curiosity.
And I just want to add to that, give yourself permission that it will shift and it'll change, right? Because like the story of you coming out to Los Angeles with me and us building our successful fitness business, we did that, and then our curiosity shifted and it's evolved into the next beautiful, wonderful thing that we're now co-creating, right?
So I guess you can say another bullet point, bonus point would be, just be flexible, flow with it a little bit. I hate using the words flow with it, but you got to be movable. You got to be pliable. You don't want to be stiff and just I'm dead set on this one thing. And then, you can break. But if you're like a palm tree in a hurricane. It just kind of sways. They rarely break. They just kind of move.
What a beautiful metaphor.
You're following something that's bringing you curiosity, but you're not expecting a specific thing. You're just allowing, that curiosity to move you and take you and, on the path that you want to go.
Absolutely. I love that. Moving into bullet point number 2 is that if you really want to be awesome at life, whatever that curiosity is that you're following and navigating, do your very best to try to make that thing that you're interested in and that you're pursuing bigger than yourself.
Exactly. I would even say that anything that you're curious about, 9 times out of 10 can be bigger than yourself. Even something as small or simple as video games. There's a whole video game community on YouTube. There's Fortnite. There's a game that I used to play a lot, Marvel Contest of Champions. Just a mobile app game, and it's just a little fighting game or whatnot. But there are guys and girls who enjoy the game so much, so curious about the game, that they decided to make YouTube videos on becoming better at the game or how to beat certain levels or certain opponents or whatnot. And they have hundreds of thousands of subscribers because they're helping somebody, because their curiosity is bringing benefit to somebody. And 9 times out of 10, the thing that you're curious about, if you follow it, will benefit somebody, no matter how big or small. YouTube is full of channels that are teaching people how to do some of the most minute tasks, but they're so big to the person that's learning how to do them. Like, you can learn to tie a tie off YouTube. I remember learning to tie a bow tie off of YouTube. Like, I typed it in, I was like, there's no way there's a video. Oh my God, there's a video on how to tie it. And I was so grateful to that gentleman. I was like, thank you so much for making this video, So your curiosities can benefit everyone, no matter how big or how small. Really, there's no such thing as a big or small curiosity.
There is no such thing as a big or small curiosity. And as you follow that and as you learn from those experiences, whatever it is, if it's wanting to run with the bulls in Spain, or if it's wanting to learn how to arrange a beautiful flower gift basket, whatever it is that you want to do, there's a lesson that will be learned, something that you'll take away from it. And if you could just put yourself in a position where you're willing to teach someone else or to share your experience with someone else, this is going to give you more purpose, and you're just going to move through your life a little bit more awesome.
So finally, the last point I would like to bring up for being super awesome at life, that last point, rinse and repeat. Because when you find a curiosity at something and then you figure out a way that you want to leverage that curiosity to benefit this world, there's going to be some practice involved. And because it's something that you're curious about, and hopefully you've gotten excited about, and you've seen the benefit that it can provide to the world, it doesn't feel laborious. It feels fun. It feels exciting. It feels fresh. It's something you look forward to every single day. And when you can wake up looking forward to doing something that's going to benefit the world, tell me that does not feel awesome. It
does feel awesome. Now, I do want to say though, when you get to a point where your curiosity just isn't making you that curious anymore, give yourself permission to go ahead and let it go and to pursue something else. Because really, honestly, if you were to look back on even the shortest of timelines, a month ago, 3 months ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago, and be looking at all of these different things, it might feel like chaos in the moment. Eventually, you'll find the golden thread that leads to your ultimate success and feeling like you've been living your most awesome life.
So to recap 3 steps on becoming awesome at life. 1, want to give it to me?
Follow your curiosity.
2.
Oh, I have to do all of them. Make it bigger than yourself.
And 3.
Rinse and repeat, and rinse and repeat, and do it again.
So tell us in the comments below, what are you curious about right now? And remember that the best conversations happen over at mindfulmamastv.com. And while you're there, why don't you go ahead and join that mailing list and become a MoJo Insider, where you're going to receive exclusive content not seen anywhere. Here? Is it here?
No.
Is it here? Nope.
No. Only inside your inbox. All right. Thank you so much for joining us for today's conversation. I want you to remember that you are in charge of mastering your mindset and going out there to live your legacy. So go on, get after it, and we'll see you here next time on Coffee with MoJo.
103.6.
Stop. Careful.
Brando.
Careful with that coffee.